easier and you're gonna get way better results if you pull that camera into your chest and lock your elbows in. Think about moving as one instead of all these different things moving, okay? Instead of having the camera move and your wrists moving and your arms moving, try to pull those arms in, lock it in close so it's nice and tight. You got a grip on both the body and the lens, and then just move your body. This next tip is something that I've been doing for years, but what I do is I lean forward and then I just let myself go a little bit too far so that I kind of fall for like 1 to 2 seconds, and then I put my foot out and I stop myself. And I do that both forwards and backwards. And what that lets me do is get like 2 perfect seconds of free fall motion before I get that camera jerk. And the best part about putting your foot out, aside from not falling on your face or smashing the back of your head, it obviously makes the camera jerk, right? Like you're leaning back and the camera stops suddenly. That's kind of like my marker when I'm editing. I look for that camera shake and then I go back about 2 seconds and I know that's my sweet spot. Let's call it the PM rock and tilt. Sure.
Really helpful.
Really? Good.
Yeah.
Than you are if you're trying to just move all your extremities at the same time, doing different things. You're gonna get camera shake that way.
Well, that's really helpful.
Really? Good.
Yeah.
Ross said he's legit. He said right here it was a white light, like a spotlight on him, or it illuminated everything white. He didn't see red like you see there. There was writing basically here around this inner ring. He said it was some crazy looking writing. He couldn't read it, but it was like angular writing. Said it was just a metallic looking
But
craft.
basically, the colors that I'm seeing are emission spectra of atmospheric atoms. The green, that's oxygen. The red is neon. The orange is helium. The blue is nitrogen. And that'd be my guess. And it's really common in the literature to see cases involving ports of red and green lights that phase between red and green.
Yeah, he said initially it was red.
Yeah.
And
That's
further
pretty good.
away, and then it started basically descending. And I tried to, consider, what could it be faked? What is a mundane explanation for this? Could it have been like a laser, color changing laser? Couldn't see how that would work actually. If you point a color, if this was just the end of a laser pointer that could change
Right.
colors, just trying to think of ways to see if it's fake or not.
Well-
A laser would point at the sensor. It would blame out the sensor.
I've got somebody that you could share that video with and might have some deep insights for you.
With the disc on the outside.
Right.
And then there's another little disc in here, and then you have the, whatever that ball is, that fusion ball thing.
And so what are they interested in? And what is attracting them to this guy? Is it the ability of this video to end up in your hands and to be disseminated widely and to influence observers? It could be anything, And remember,
I will say that Michael, he did say that since he videoed this, he didn't tell anyone. And he had many negative things start happening.
subject and whether they have teams that are engaging.
No, there's a huge stigma. He doesn't want to talk about it. He thinks he'll be, stigmatized. He'll be.
Do you think that underneath that is an intelligent government agency that's still paying attention to it, knowing that it might not be?
I mean, if there really are 4-wheel drive vehicles following him, and
If you have too much smooth motion in all of your shots, sometimes it can come off just a little too produced, a little fake, and it just feels like there's no real raw connection. So sometimes throwing some of this out the window and getting some camera shake into a particular clip or scene is absolutely essential to portray what it is you're trying to portray.
he said he can't see any reason why he's lying. End your life on some other, whatever it is, I'm going to worry about, click-through rates on a Twitter website, whatever it is, or are you going to research non-human intelligence, on Earth?